I mean, instead of the book club name itself is fire, why we are talking about the APMP, or for that matter, bid and proposal, for the simple reason, without bids, without proposals going out there, you don't have business. And without those business, you, no matter how much strong your design team is, how much strong your solutions team is as far as software industry is concerned, design team as far as software plus your system integrators industry is concerned, you there's no point in having those top-notch people in there. Okay, so welcome to you all, and we will have a session in between wherein we will unmute ourselves. Though you have already seen the mission vision, why we came across the book club concept. This is for the it happened nearly more than a year ago. The idea was there, I think, for more than 3 to 5 years ago, but pandemic kind of didn't give an impetus to it, wherein we thought that we would be, me and my colleagues, we thought that let's do something for people who are getting furloughed and who are losing their job, wherein they can, learn something new, or perhaps brush up their knowledge which they already have, and maybe brush up more on it, and then maybe be a better professional to conduct to face interviews, or for that matter, people who have their jobs, let them as well study the code or book of knowledge. Okay, that's where our mission comes in, to construe the code and book of knowledge, study guides from various standpoints while we reflect and learn in bite sizes during virtual live sessions. Now that's very important, the word bite size. Being working professionals, we do not have the luxury of priorities, because we have those priorities out there which are competing regularly for our time, and we are not able to give that much of time, and we get exhausted, and we feel that in back of our mind somewhere we have this thought process that we are missing on getting ourselves more inclined towards the industry that we are serving, or perhaps gaining more knowledge. So we will do this in bite sizes, 30 minutes every week. I think we can all do that. And if you have one of your colleague is also who is working at the moment, or perhaps furloughed, or perhaps looking for a job, you might want to ask them to join this book club as well. We not only study fire systems, we also study the practice of bid, proposal, and graphic design also. Not graphic design in the terms of doing Adobe and all those things, no, but how to present the information when you're doing a bid, and what all stages would be there in the bid. It's like getting an industry itself. We will see how this industry came into the being, and that's what we're going to discuss today, and you all are welcome to be a part of it. So the vision was, why we formed this one, is to skill 100 participants in their knowledge area of choice, and make them more informed professionals with investment of weekly 30 to 60 minutes. That's very important. Weekly 30 to 60 minutes. We talk books, we study. I'm your host. We spend 30, and there's only one cohort which is not live streamed, which is not done, which is for the CFPS for the reasons of copyright issues, and we don't stream them, but we have a very strong cohort over there as a community there as well. We brainstorming and sharing thoughts more candidly. Now, shielding of the fear of being judged while taking down the know-it-all facade. Now, being professionals, we have that facade in our working environment, wherein you have, of course, with all your efforts, you have got this image in your organization, a facade per se, wherein people say that you know it all, and at times you may not feel that confidence when you're giving an answer to somebody for a particular matter. And so that's what we are doing in this book club. We are taking down that facade, and we are actually trying to tell everybody around us, hey guys, we are like you as well. We don't know everything, but improvement and learning is never ending. Okay, so that's what we are trying to do here. That is the vision. And values, we are the cohort of individuals who nurture the practice of fire safety and are willing to give back to their community. Now, as far as APMP is concerned, it's the bid and proposal community. I need to write a new value. I need to update this, and I will do that very soon. To back to their community and most valuable commodity, that is knowledge with no monetary expectation. So don't worry, during the session of these all these sessions, nobody will come to you and ask you, I will, especially me, I will not come and ask you, hey, you want to have more specialized understanding or personal classes, you join this course from me, this course from me. No, I'm going to do that. We want to keep it open for everybody, and in line to our vision. Okay, in line to our vision. That's what we are trying to do, and this is our value: no monetary expectations. Okay, about me now. I'm a multidisciplinary problem solver. I'm an award-winning innovator from National Geographic Channel. I'm passionate about fire and safety with experience of more than 10 years now. Okay, I've a certified engineer with an FP Educational Achievement in an FPA 72 and an FPA 13. I'm a CFA ITMS, which is Certified Fire Alarm Inspection, Testing and Maintenance Specialist. Certificate of attendance I've got for the CFPS from the SFP Foundation, and I'm APMP Foundation certified. I have produced engaging and knowledge enhancing content of more than 2,500 minutes as technical speaker. We have been doing this for a very long time now, 1 year, more than 1 year as of now. So when I was going through we were collecting information from you all, and we were going through the voting process. Voting process started sometime early January, and then from there on we had a couple of people who actually gave their vote. So we had quite an enthusiasm in the people out there who wanted to do APMP and were actually looking for guidance, perhaps, or were very eager to know what is it. Okay, and one of the questions in that registration form that you filled up as well is, what is APMP? So what is APMP? Okay, if you are their tagline, when you go to their website, we'll see that as well in a couple of seconds. When you go to their website, it's bid, proposal, capture, business development, graphics professionals, and more. Okay, so these are the guys, or this is an association of people who have written a book of knowledge that comes from years of experience. Okay, practical experience. Okay, and they wrote a best practices book, which is called Body of Knowledge. There are, if you try to draw parallels between APMP and other organizations out there, which also have written books of knowledge, they also write the same way. They wrote it as a core committee. Somebody is a core committee, and these core committees write the book, and as a best practices. For that matter, the fire industry, which I also represent, they started writing code when there were conflagrations in the United States, and they started writing from the insurance industry. They started writing best practices when you're constructing a building, how to avoid fire, and of course conflagration. So it all started with somebody putting their thought with a pen onto a paper and started writing down that book, which the association follows. So that's the book for us as well, and that is what the APMP stands for. It's the Association for Proposal Management Professionals. Okay, and I was just going through their bylaws, and this is the purpose for which they have actually were incorporated. The purpose for which association is organized are to define, promote, and maintain professional standards and best practices in the field of bid and proposal management worldwide. Now, this is directly from the bylaws. So that is what APMP is representing. They're trying to promote the dissemination of information, the exchange of ideas, and professional education for professionals in the field of bid and proposal management worldwide. Now, a bid and proposal management, or for that matter, a pre-sales guy, a person in a very normal term saying a person who makes the quotation, okay? He's the quotation guy. He's the one who gives you the BOQ. He's the one in terms that we will talk about in coming sessions as well. So he's the one who is doing all that magic for you and bringing up a proposal, putting numbers to clients' thoughts, and coming up with the number which they should be bidding for, which we should be bidding for, sorry. And as a contractor, as a software development institution, or so on and so forth. So the education also, they're taken upon themselves about the education, and we'll see certifications for them as well. So I will take a tangent over here and go into bid and proposal professional. Now, these professionals, usually you will not find much of other than the domain knowledge. When I say domain knowledge, for example, my domain knowledge at the moment is fire, but I do bid and proposal as well. Now, there will be a guy in here somewhere on LinkedIn perhaps, or on Zoom perhaps, or perhaps on Facebook as well, who might be doing software development, and he is in bid and proposal. So the idea to create this bid is same besides your domain knowledge. And fortunately or unfortunately, there are not much associations or guidelines of best practices for these people. These guys are self-motivated. They have to form their own career path. They have to think and keep always on the hunt that, okay, now I have done, let's say I got my knowledge, my bid and proposal, sorry, in my domain. Now, how do I get my understanding of bid and proposal? Okay, and these are the guys who find their own certifications, and they keep themselves motivated and keep themselves updated all the time. So if you are looking for keeping yourself updated and you're looking for learning, APMP in terms of bid is the only organization out there, or the association, I should keep association out there, who would be serving justice to your ambition, and would be more or less aligning to your, or orienting towards your ambitions perhaps. And then they say that to advance and promote the professional interest of its members, and to conduct any lawful business and engage in any lawful act or activity consistent with federal and state law. Now, we need to remember that this is an institution or an association which is formed in the United States, and it is the principal office is in the state of Utah. It's a non-profit organization, more or less like your, if I'm not wrong, NFPA, SFPE, from people from fire domain, NFPA, SFPE, and yeah, this is the names that comes to my mind very quickly. So they're a non-profit organization, and their mission and vision, okay, wow, graphic glitch. Okay, their mission and vision, we will just go through the website themselves. No, I didn't. I thought, why will I need to use the my bad, to bring upon. Just give me just one moment while I bring that for you. And of course, please stand by. We will be discussing, we will be interacting with the audience as well, and see what are their ambitions. But I wanted to primarily, I have seen questions coming in my registration form as well. about what is APMP. So I want to make sure that people are aware of the industry that and of course the APMP India chapter. This session is not sponsored by anybody. I'm just doing it out of my own free will, and just to make sure that the knowledge goes out there. And just to let you know, if you are registering for the membership of APMP, if your address of India is keyed in over there, your membership price is way low than the people in US and the other side of the world would be paying for that one. So that's the APMP, and now let's have a look at the formation of APMP. Now that this is a video, a session that happened conducted by the APMP India chapter a couple of weeks ago, and so they discussed about the my bad. They discussed about how the APMP was formed. So here you go. We'll just quickly with the. So that's how APMP. That's the history of APMP, how it came into being. For that matter, any code that we read in NFPA today as well was best practices penned down on a piece of paper, and then that book was carried forward and accepted by the industry. So now I believe that gives a fair idea to you all now, especially the people who have in their. Take good care of yourself. See you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.